Please join me in my prayer. Our dear loving Heavenly Parents, victorious true parents of heaven and earth and humankind, thank you for today. Again, we have our class with our teacher, Dr. Rudy Gonzalez, in this teaching profession. I pray that the learnings that we can get for this class, we can be able to really digest it and somehow in the near future, we can use it, loving Father, to impart the truth, impart your words to your children home. You're longing for truth, that we can connect them to the blessing of our true parents. Thank you for this evening. May you can give us the wisdom, give us the strength, and may you can protect all of us and all our loved ones as we always desire to contribute something for the providence. Thank you for everything. We'd like to report and pray this in my name, Roy Caramba Central Blessed Family. Ju.
Jew.
Jew.
So, can you rewind? Can you rewind the slide, Brother Roy? Historical development.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yes, okay. So another one, another.
Dili sa inyo man to.
Okay, yes, yes. Ayan, yan na yung ano. So, on this evening, last time, anyway, you can recap. Somebody can recap what we have discussed last meeting. Anybody can recap what transpired last meeting?
Mahirap i-recap, sir.
Even just a few instances.
Hindi na review.
Or recall? You may recall what transpired. Okay, so let's start. So last time we have discussed about the ethics of the teachers and the purpose of the teacher. So that means in our teaching profession, we are to inspire. At the same time, we need to develop ourselves as a potential teacher. So let's go deeper with our discussion regarding the teaching profession. So at this point of time, we are going to tackle the historical development of teaching profession. So according to the history, no, it started in Presidential Decree 1006, no, signed by the late Ferdinand E. Marcos, no, that professionalized teaching profession. It was only 1976 with Presidential Decree 106, known as the Decree Professionalizing Teaching, that teachers in the Philippines became professionalized. So that means as we look forward, as we look backward, no, we can see that it was the late President Marcos who instituted for the teacher to become a professional. No? So, but during the time, no, the teacher is like only an ordinary job. But now, because of this presidential decree, then teaching profession became professionalized. Okay, next slide, please. So, another thing, in 1994, no, Republic Act 7836, otherwise known as the Philippine Teachers Professionalization Act of 1994, was passed to promote quality education by proper supervision and regulation of the licensure, examination, and professionalization of the practice of the teaching profession. So that means, no, our lawmaker, no, never hesitate in order to support the teaching profession. So they passed the Republic Act 7836 in order to professionalize the teaching profession. Any questions?
Ibig sabihin, sir, bago pa pala naging ano, no? Yung teacher magkuha siya ng license, 1994 lang siya.
Yes, yes.
Ah, see.
That's the story is to professionalize the teaching profession, because I think we have bar exam, we have the medical exam, no, to make it more professionalized. Then they pass this exam. Actually, that was before, that is Philippine Board examination for teachers, and then it was renamed as licensure examination for teachers. Okay. So next slide, please. So I think we can dissect this, no. So during the pre-Hispanic period, there was no established formal schooling in the country. So there was no formal preparation for teachers. So I think let us go back to our history, no. We don't know what happened before, no. We don't know whether the Spanish erased all our history, no, all our records for the purpose na to give us another identity, no? Identity na away from our origin. So, do you have any research regarding this matter? Why we have no historical record of our history? What is our class? Number one is according to hearsay, no? To hearsay to our folklore, no? Folklore, we write on the banana leaves, no? According to the folklore. So what about you? So what is your idea?
Yeah, it's true, sir. My grandmother
Yes, sir.
said that
Go ahead, sir.
they don't have paper, but instead they use a stick and banana leaves.
Okay. So what about the others? So that means that confirms, no? That confirms that our early educational system is not so advanced, no? I think that because we are one. I think one problem is because we are far away from the greater civilization, no? From the landmass. For example, in Europe, I think education is. I'm not quite sure. Maybe in China, no, because according to history, China is the cradle of Eastern civilization. Then if we go back in history, it says that Greece is the cradle of Western civilization. That education is started from these two countries in Asia. But I think since China were not able to colonize us, were not able to mingle with us na completely. So I think we have no concrete history about our educational system. And I think that is what the idea is only we have pintados. At the same time, how do you call that, the early alphabet?
Alibata.
Alibata, no?
Alibata.
Yes, Alibata. Then I was happy that we were able to preserve that, no? The Alibata. And I think some of our students, some of the younger generation use Alibata in their names, no? So historically, no, our educational system is not that good, no? Unlike in the other parts of in the Western world, like in the Spain, like in America, like in Britain, no? They are cradle of educational civilization. So that means, so maybe we can research that, no? Why? I think that is also one reason na not no, na hindi naman sa pag ano ng hindi naman sa, how do you call that? yung bias or jeoparding, no? Hindi tayo bias na nagano. I think that's one history na kaya sinasabi na ang una raw nating religion ay Islam, no? Are you familiar with that historical? Na they claim that our early religion is Islam. But as we trace, makikita natin na our country considered as pagan, no? In terms
Anitos,
of religious. Yes,
mga anitos. We believe
yes,
in
yes,
anitos.
no? So I think so. I don't know how we can research, no? Maybe we can only research during the time of when the Dr. Jose Rizal, Andres Bonifacio, Apolinario Mabini, that is only the time that our history become concrete, no? The historical background of the Philippines, no? They recorded everything. But before that, wala tayong record. We don't have the exact record about what happened. And that is precisely, yan ang isang naging problem natin with regard to our educational system. So, sad to say, sabi sa doon sa sinasabing sa PISA, no, tayo ay number 4. Bottom number 4 tayo, no? So, o bottom number 2 according to the whisper of the wind, no? Bottom number 2. So, that is our dilemma. Kahit nga ngayon, nagmeeting kami tapos tiningnan namin what the background. Then actually, sad to say that mathematics, science, and English, generally, no, sad to say na hindi ganun kaganda, no? Hindi ganun kaganda ang performance ng ating mga estudyante. And I think in the future, no, after 3 years, kapag kayo naging LPT na, no, licensed professional teacher, that means we have to address this point. Now, how can we increase the knowledge with regards to or increase the academic performance with regards to mathematics, science, and English? So that means during the time there were no formal school. I'm not quite sure how they come to know, how they come to write. Paano sila natutong sumulat sa dahon? O that's part of the beginning of the American. I'm not sure, no? Then another thing, so that means because of the effort of our heroes during the Spanish period and by virtue of educational decree of 1863, pre-public school system was established, no? And I believe it was part of the struggle of Dr. Rosa Rizal, Antonio Luna, Juan Luna, Apolinario Mabini, no, Marcelo H. Del Pilar, to professionalize our educational system, no? And that's the reason they say we must learn also the Spanish language. We must have a proper, that everyone must be accepted in the university. Okay? Then, so that means, because of the virtue of a decree of 1863, then we have the pre-public system was established. Next slide. Another sharing, another idea regarding the ano?
Yeah.
Yes?
We don't have like so much recorded history before the coming of Spaniards in our country. Maybe because the Spain destroyed all our
I think so.
our
I think that's
history.
part of the game.
That's part. Okay. Because according to studies, we are already civilized people before Spain. So
Yes, I
meaning we
think
have
yes,
writings
yes.
like that, but all of this
They erase.
they erase that.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Surigao, Surigao Sur or Surigao del Norte, they found relics, no, of the jewelries, no, the jewelries. That means our system during the time, maybe it's good because we are trading with Malaysia, we are trading with China, with other countries, and I think we don't know why they erase, but the Spaniard, they never give us the proper identity. I think what they need is only that we became slave. No? Okay, so another thing for good. So after the American occupation, during the American regime, American soldiers served as the teacher in In 1901, the Philippines Commission enacted into law Act 74, which enacted the Department of Ins- Public Instruction. So that means that is the good thing about the American regime, no? And I think most of our classroom were product of the American occupation. As we see, no, for example, here in San Pablo City, as I see the school that is very strong, the galvanized iron is very strong, and then I think it has an advanced architecture when it comes if there will be a flood. I think the American people know that Philippines is a flooded area. So that means what they established rooms were elevated, no, elevated from the ground. And then according to my mother, no, according to my mother, if you are grade 5 or grade 6, automatic you can be a teacher, automatic you can speak English fluently. And I think during the time after Spanish, after Tagalog, then English is a prominent language in our country, especially during the American regime. And then another thing, this laid the foundation of the public school system and offered pre-primary education for Filipinos. So I think that is one good thing that we are gratitude, no? We are grateful to the Americans because of the educational system. And I think according to the research, no, for example, if you all those colonizers, they imparted different kinds of culture, different kinds of attitude, different kinds of civilization. And then I think the biggest good contributor in terms of civilization is number one is America and British, as well as the Dutch, the Netherlands, no? So according to the research, if you are colonized with this country, there will be an advancement in terms of civilization. Okay? Then another point of view with regards to this statement about during Spanish American time.
Salita
Hello.
mga
Yeah.
classmate.
Yes, go ahead.
During the American time pala na-establish ang UP.
Yes.
Yun lang. Na-search ko lang and then bilis. And then also during the American time pala na-establish ang public schools. And then founding the university, especially UP in 1908.
Yes.
Also, American pala ang nag-founding ng UP pala kuya, no? Then, nag-expand
Yes.
siya into educational access. During the American regime, they made effort education to more Filipinos, including vocational schools, and also established a providing technical training for Filipinos. So, malaking utang na loob pala natin sa Amerika.
Yes, when it comes to educational
And
system.
also kuya sa Spanish, we made the research kuya, University of Santo Tomas.
I think in
Spanish,
fairness, no, in fairness to Spanish, of course, they have the Ateneo University, they have the De La Salle, they have also the University of Santo Tomas, San Juan de
Santo.
Letran, no? So those are also a product, but more or less they are selected, no? Selected sila. Unlike the American, the target of the Spanish is by selection. That means if they think you are part of their circa, no, you are part of the alta sociedad na tinatawag natin, then you can go to that university. But in America, their goal is to educate all the population. That is their goal. And that is the reason why they have established so many public schools. Yes, you may go ahead. Okay, so Brother Roy,
Yun lang
next
po
slide.
kuya, yun lang po. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes.
Sa attitude din yung Spanish, yung famous na manana habit.
Yes, that's part. Yeah. I think the waiting also, the waiting, that's part of the Spanish culture. Okay, of course, can we go back to the, can we go back to the other slides, previous slides? Okay, so 1901 provided the establishment of Philippine Normal School in Manila. So that means if you are graduated, in this university, especially if you are taking education, that means you are something. If you are graduated with Philippine Normal University, that means you are something. Then the Philippine Normal School opened in September 1901. That means that is the time of the American time. In 1949, the Philippine Normal School, renamed Philippine Normal College, offered the 4-year Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. Are you familiar with the Philippine Normal College? Especially mga
Yes
fundraiser?
po. Yes, sir. We have here in
Along
Isabela, sir.
Yes. Malapit siya sa Santa Isabel.
Yeah. Opo.
Okay, another sharing with regards to this statement?
Normal ka, it's over. So,
Okay,
ang
Brother Roy,
Philippine,
next slides.
okay.
So that means, so I think aside from other profession, that means deep inside, for those who want to become a teacher, this must be their attitude. The teaching is a vocation. Kaya nga sabi, walang yumayaman sa pagiging teacher. Because teaching is a vocation. At the same time, dahil vocation siya, karamihan ng mga teacher tumatandang dalaga. Kasi parang mga madre na eh. Parang mga madre na sila.
Mga teacher.
Can you go back to the other slides?
Sorry.
Previous slide, Brother Roy.
Okay. Ay, nagsa-stuck up siya. Ayan. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So, and another thing, being a teacher, it is a mission. So that means deep inside in your heart, that means you must know na I will educate the people. Kaya nga sabi in our first discussion, we say that we are the molder of the minds and heart and character of the youth. Demands from a teacher as a person. So that means if you are teacher, there are many demands. No? You have so many things to sacrifice. No? And that's one thing. And another thing, a teacher as a profession, it is also many demands, many preparation that you are going to do in order to be equipped, in order to become a full-fledged teacher. No? So that means you have to accomplish, you have to treat that teaching is a vocation, you have to treat that teaching is a mission, and then the demands of practicing being a teacher, you must embrace it. And then you must embrace also the demands of being a true professional in teaching. Okay? So another clarification?
Sir,
Yes.
itong demands from a teacher as a person. Kasi kung minsan may mga tinatawag tayong mga terror teachers na mas masaya sila pag maraming bagsak sa kanilang subject.
I think that is an isolated case. Pero I'm not quite sure, no? Personally, I'm not happy na kapag mababa ang grade ng mga bata. I will reflect na I will say to myself, bakit mababa ang kanilang grade? Ano kaya ang kulang? No?
Siguro yun sa time namin. Meron kaming teacher kasi before na parang ang saya-saya niya pag kunti lang nakapasa sa subject niya.
Pero Brother Roy, that is not applicable already today kasi yung teacher's evaluation, once na mababa ang mga grades ng mga estudyante nila, yun yung evaluation ng teacher.
Siguro, no?
Hindi na applicable ngayon.
Okay.
Based
Yes, I
experience
think
before,
that's-
kuya.
Yes, sister.
Based
Go ahead.
experience ng asawa ko, according sa story niya, pag laging mababa daw ang grado niya, dadala siya ng gulay sa teacher. Dinadalhan niya ng Pero
Yun, in some other teacher, talaga ganun.
Bribery yun.
Actually, yung sinasabi nyo, nowadays, totoo pa yan. Meron ako isang, I will not mention the name, no? Meron ako isang kilalang teacher na sabi, okay, dalan mo ako ng papaya, ha? Dalan mo ako ng saging na saba. Tatanungin, ano yung mga tanim doon sa inyo? Saging po. Sige, dalan mo ako. Dalan mo ako ng saging na saba, dalan mo ako ng, I'm not sure kung ano yung usapan nila kapag siya dinalan. Basta naririnig ko lang yun na sinasabi niya. So, I think that is something na hindi maganda. Yes, Brother Julius?
I think yung mga attitude ng mga terror na teachers, I think they are forced to in this profession. Parang frustrated sila kasi minsan yung parents kung anong nila occupation nila, gusto nila yung anak nila ganyan. So mayroong tendency na gano'n na when they become a teacher, so parang frustrated. Siguro ganyan yung outcome na
For me naman, Siguro kaya sila nagbibigay ng mababang grades dahil na-experience din nila yung mabigyan ng mababang grades nung sila pang estudyante.
Pero kung ano kasi, yun talagang calling mo, mission mo, vocation mo. Yan. Talagang yun yung heart mo eh. Kasi yung father, yung parents, parents ko, teacher sila eh. Yung father ko, principal. So talagang heart niya pag absent o kulang yung mga estudyante, kasi principal siya, inaas yung parents. Anong problem? Ba't hindi nag-enroll yung anak mo? Sir, walang pang-enroll o allowance. Sige, pasukin mo. Siya ang nag-encourage. So, yun ang heart, alam ko ng mga teachers na talagang i-guide o i-educate yung mga ma-raise up sila na ma-educate.
Yes
So,
po,
yun lang
nowadays
ate.
po kami, nowadays sir nga,
Yes,
ganun
go
na
ahead.
ngayon kasi restricted na po sila sa na maging harsh sa mga estudyante. Kaya pinapractice na po nila ngayon yung concern sa mga bata.
Yes, of course, maraming dyan kasi meron na rin tayong tinatawag na inclusive education. Sa inclusive education, lahat kailangan attenan mo. Kung meron man yung academic disabilities, physical disabilities, dapat ay i-attend mo. Tsaka during the time ng mga panahon, ay bobo ka naman, mag-teacher ka na lang. No? Siguro narinig niyo na lang. Ay, magti-teacher na lang ako. Wala naman akong alam. Magti-teacher na lang ako. That means, yung perception, no, yung idea niya about being a teacher, napakababa. I think inabot ko pa rin yan. Sige, mag-teacher na lang tayo para hindi tayo mahirapan. So I think that today, nowadays, hindi na yon. Kapag ikaw ay naging teacher, that means first and foremost, kailangan meron kang academic qualification. Kaya nga sa Laguna State University, not lower than 85. Kailangan, pag mag-enroll ka as a teacher, kailangan ang grade mo ay not lower than 85. Kapag mababa ang grade mo, that means you have to take other courses. So, yung connotation, I think sa mga pelikula nakikita natin, yung ba nililigawan mo, isang teacher lang? No? I think napakababa ng tingin nila. Pero nowadays, kailangan itaas natin ang kalidad ng pagiging teacher. Actually, sad to say, yung government system natin, no, quote and unquote, mababa pa rin ang tingin. Although gumagawa sila ng paraan, pero generally, mababa pa rin ang tingin sa mga teacher na sana hopefully na kapag kayo after 3 years, sana naroon na tayo sa status na teacher is well respected, not only in terms of character, but also financially, no, lahat ng benefits. I think in Korea, in Japan, no, in Korea and Japan, teachers are well respected. So, I think that's one thing na dapat nating isa lang alang na yung natanong natin last time na what is our purpose. That means we have to erase. We have to erase the connotation that I am only a teacher. You have no brain? No? You are poor academically? Okay, you can take a teaching profession. But that is not our concern as of today. Okay, Brother Roy, can you go back to the other slides?
Sandali. Oh, what happened? End of slide. Sandali.
Previous slides. Meron
Previous
tayo
slides,
na nagpasan, I think, mga 4 na slides pa yun.
Yan lang, sir.
After that,
Yan lang. Ano siya?
So that means merong missing?
Merong missing siya na slide. Teaching, yun ang last teacher as professional. Yan o, teaching. Yan. Yan ang last slide.
Okay. So wait, wait. Kahit ibalik mo sa previous slides, pakibalik nga sa previous slide, brother. Ron.
Yan. Teaching.
Sige pa, previous. Sige pa,
Yan.
sige pa.
Typical
So,
na yan.
may nawawalang ilang slide. So, anyway, so that is the historical development of teaching profession. So that means by virtue of the presidential decree, by virtue of the decree of the Spanish decree, and then the Republic Act during the American time. So that is the background of the teaching profession. So do you have any questions?
Sir Rudy, good evening
Yes.
po.
Yes.
Apo, my question is not on the topic. May ilang ano na po tayo, sir? Pang ilang meeting na po itong subject?
I think it was 3. Pangatlo na.
No? May previous recordings po tayo ng first and 1 and 2?
Yung 1 and 1, I think wala pa. That is only 2, 3. I think pang-apat to eh. So yung ano lang, 2, 3, and this one.
Ang may recordings? Apo.
Yes.
Sir, mag-request po kami na ano? Kasi ito po yung first meeting namin, sir. Sorry.
Nice. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Apo. And yung reaction ko po dun, sir, sa i-add ko na rin, dun sa
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Opo, teaching as a profession, baka it will be revised in the future or in the modern times that teaching as a profession also demands experience. Kasi nowadays po, parang mas nagiging effective teacher ang isang tao kapag po ito ay nahahaluan ng mga rich experience ng teacher na yon on that particular profession na meron siya. So, like a teacher na hindi lang po nakikita natin ang teacher as a theoretical ano lang po, presentation of a particular topic or a particular course.
Yes.
Opo. So, well, yun lang, sir, reaction ko. I mean, medyo ngayon po kasing panahon ngayon, medyo result-oriented na po ang panahon. So, I think namamodernize na din ang mga teachers na kung saan dapat may rich in experience.
Yes,
Yan
I
lang po,
think you're right, no? You're right na there must be an experience. Kasi part of the experience, you can impart that with your students. For example, how do you reach the top, no? How do you become a teacher? Then how you are teaching. So partly experience counts also, no? I think the best teacher is the best teacher is the one who have best experience, not exactly best educational background, but yung best experience. If you have best experience, that means you are more than qualified to become a best teacher. Not only in terms of, I think there are many points, no? There are many points to consider with regards to experience, no? Your academic experience, your life experience, your struggle. How do you value your struggle, your gratitude? Then, most especially, if we take the viewpoint of the divine principle, your parental heart, how do you love people? So that is one thing. If we love people, that means we can educate them the best as we can.
yes, sir. Tama po.
Okay.
Kaya din po yung yung meron po tayo kasi hindi pa alam ko, Doc, familiar po kayo sa ATIAP program na kung saan ito pong mga kapatid natin na undergrad pero have showed accomplishment in the community or in their professions pero academically hindi po sila nakapagtapos. Hindi natapos ang mga units, etc. But they actually demonstrated excellence on their particular course o particular profession na meron po sila and then mag-e-enroll sa ATUP and then mabibigyan po sila ng diploma. Kasi parang yung kakulangan po sa academic requirements nila, napunuan siya ng mga experiences as well as accomplishment doon sa particular field niya. Kaya maganda po yung ATUP program na yan eh. And that also speaks of and demands a teacher as a profession na dapat may experience po talaga. So I believe with this experience, this will also uplift the level of education po ng mga bata o ng mga college students o ng mga high school students. Kasi hindi lang po tayo magtuturo ng theory, but the application of that particular theory is na ituturo po natin sa mga bata or sa mga estudyante. So in like manner, sir, ito din po talaga yung practice natin sa education natin sa Divine Principle, that you will become an effective Divine Principle lecturer if you actually apply yung pong mga nasa loob ng principle, which is so difficult.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, so that's true, no? That means part of that your situational part of our, I think in some ways we will be discussing about that experiential learning, no? That is part of our, maybe in the future, no? Maybe after this SEM or another SEM, I think experiential learning is also count most. For example, just like what you said, na if you experience this kind of situation, and then once you discuss the Divine Principle, once you discuss the Bible verses, you know what is the idea, what is the context, and at the same time, what is the application.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Tama po.
So another thing.
Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
So based on the history, yung development ng teaching profession dito sa Pilipinas, closely nag-tied siya sa country colonial history. So mostly ang humawak actually before yung mga religious influences. Kaya tingnan mo yung mga nangunguna ngayon na number 1 na eskwelahan ngayon, mga pari, di ba? Mga pari ang humawak. And then also, ang educational reform from pre-colonial period, which is yung sabi nga, informal education, na kahit hindi graduate noon, pwede na magturo. Hanggang na-establish ang Spanish colonial period, and then hanggang mostly like sa Spain, yung sinabi kanina, yung Santo Tomas, ang Ateneo, hawak ng yung mga Spanish, wherein even mga pari, no, sa mga church, mga Catholic church and Spanish, tinawag na Spanish colony, missionaries. And also yung pinaka first formal school talaga dito sa Pilipinas, based on the research, itong Colegio de San Ignacio in Manila. So, and then followed by the Santo Tomas, hanggang naging American colony, up to the present na modernize na marami nang nagtatayuan ng mga schools. And then nag-expand din ang training sa mga teacher. And also, reality ngayon, sir, no, pag sinabi mong public teacher, it's not only the ability na matalino ka, kundi kaya mong pumunta ng bundok. Kumbaga, kung gusto mong kung gusto mong magkaroon ng item, ipadala ka muna ng napakalayo, natatawirin mo ang ibang teacher ba, based sa experience, based sa nakikita natin na reality. Kung kaya ng mga teacher na i-gamble na lang sarili nila, akatin yung mga bundok na layo hanggang makakuha sila ng item. Yun ang reality. And also, ang isa sa mga talaga ngayon, we are facing this kind of situation na even mga teacher, bago ka, I don't know sir kung it is true kasi based lang din sa nababasa natin na bago ka magkaroon ng item as a teacher, kailangan mo muna magmasteral. So ganyan naka-high ang standard sa pagka-teacher ngayon. Kaya yung education din, yung sinasabi na mag-teacher ka na lang kasi yung term ba na ina-underestimate ang teacher is not that easy kasi before ka maging teacher, kailangan mo magmasteral muna. Magkaroon ka ng maraming experience para ka makakuha ng posisyon as a teacher. That is the present situation. Kaya very lucky yung mga before na mga nakapasok na hindi ganun kahirap. So that's what kumbaga I learned, no, yung nagde-develop yung ng teacher, but then nagtaas naman yung standard. So yun po yung nakikita ko. Then ang sa atin naman, in behalf sa atin, why we want to learn become a professional teacher, because we want to apply it in our own way sa tribe. So, kaya napaka-importante na maintindihan the way we teach, the way we really educate young ones, people around us. Kaya dito natin ma-apply. Kaya kung gusto mo talaga, pero if you want to go become a teacher, to become a public teacher or private teacher, mas mataas ang standard nila. Pero since atin, we want to become a teacher because we want to a great teacher sa tribe natin. So ibang ibang level siya. So yun po sir. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, thank you for your sharing. So that is true, no? Na nowadays, if you want to be promoted, especially in terms of promotion, that means you must have your master's degree, doctoral degree. Then another advantages is your academic background, your university. For example, you graduate with UP, that is an advantage. If you are graduate in University of Santo Tomas, that is also an advantage. But along that way, there is another criteria, the teaching demonstration. No, I think that will be the barometer. No, if you are capable, or the gauge, if you are capable teacher when it comes to your demonstration. Because once you want to apply in the public school or whether in private school, that means you must show your skills in teaching. No? That partly that is said by our brother, one of our brothers said that experience counts most. That's the reason, first and foremost, what you're going to do is to secure a potential school na you can arrange, na you will be given time, no? You will be given time to be an OJT, no, with internal arrangement. Of course, those internal arrangement can be done with our International Peace Leadership College or Sungwa, no? Maybe 2 years from now, we will have another schools, then that will be part. But partly, no, if you can avail now the schools na they will give you the passing, no, passing. You are going to undergo practical. Then another thing is observation, and then so that is the two things we need to accomplish to become a teacher. So, and then another thing is to pass the licensure examination. No, that is part of our being a teacher. Okay, so I think nowadays, no, of course, the standard, the theoretical standard is preparing by the senates, by the legislative bodies of the government, but in actuality, sad to say na it is not like that. That means if there is the upgrading in terms of law or legal, that means the reality of being a teacher must be also upgraded when it comes to facilities, when it comes to salary, no? And then also the laws. Now you cannot discipline. No, you cannot discipline now the students. Otherwise, you will be questioned, you will be summoned. So those are the hinders na we are going to face because most of the law are pro student, pro child. No, pro child in the sense na there are no alternatives of how we are going to discipline the children. Siguro kayo na you have experience na or some if you are not the one or you have experience na some of your classmates were hit by the teacher, some of your classmates were thrown by a eraser, but I think those things also add to the discipline. Of course, we need to revise those things. No, we need to revise. Okay? So there are a lot of preparation to becoming a good teacher aside from academic, aside from skills, and more importantly is the experience. Okay, another points.
Yan ang problema, sir. Yung our lawmakers, they make laws sa mga teachers na hindi naman sila teachers.
Yes.
So they cannot understand what's really how to become a teacher. Dapat may mga psychologists tayo ng mga lawmakers.
Kaya nga, we cannot already discipline the children because of the violation of human rights at this time. Kaya tumitigas na yung ulo ng mga bata.
Yun nga.
Pero
Even us, no? Even us as a parents, no? Yung mga parents ngayon, be careful kasi otherwise kapag talagang nagalit sa iyo yung anak mo o kaya meron kang kapitbahay nakakita sa iyo, pwede kang
kunin ng DSWD yung anak mo.
tapos
Yeah.
demanda ka, no?
We
Then
cannot
child abuse.
impose the discipline that our children needs because of the violation of human rights.
Child abuse.
pero
Wow.
if we talk about discipline, it doesn't ano naman physical but verbal of course also. So sa ano ko talagang very qualified tayo to become a teacher kasi we have alam mo teachers as the second parents of the students. So we have this heart of loving others. So we have the patience to guide and to educate. So yun ang advantage ng tayo ng as members of kasi meron tayong ganung heart and we can even sacrifice for the sake of their learnings. Tulad sa akin before, when I'm doing itong immunization, even free for the sake of education. Punta ka doon sa area, nagano ka ng pamasahe mo, and then you teach kung walang for free. So, ganun yung heart natin. So, how much more kung ganun ang magiging profession natin doon sa school. So, mas lalong, ando na yung foundation. Tapos yung na-mention ni Mark kanina, yung ITIAP, mayroong prerequisite yun eh. 5 years na experience. Kasi ganun din ang ng government. May mga potentials kasi mostly yung experience kasi is better than yung theoretical. Kasi dumaan sa school, mostly hindi nila na-gets fully. Pero doon sa experience, doon nila talaga na understood yung line na yon. So, kaya yung government, sila nitong ITIAP. Now, 5 years experience, you're qualified to apply doon sa maraming mga schools na maraming schools na nag-offer na ngayon, nag-offer na ganito. Kailangan disadvantage, mahal yung tuition fee. Kasi yung credit yung lahat ng mo, yung 5 years certificates, ayun yung basihan. Then pag nakikita mga 1 year, depende sa 1 year na lang, less than a year, pero ang mahal din ng tuition, doon naman nilabawi. Kaya yun din yung disadvantage. Kaya I think pinapasa yan ngayon sa government, sa yung mga senado at Congress, na parang i-shoulder ng government. Kasi maraming nag-avail, din mga artista. Yung mga prominent na si Pacquiao, isang dito sa Makati, University of Makati. So especially kung after ka ng position sa government, kailangan may degree holder ka. At least requirements na yun. So magandang din kasi yung government mayroon silang ganung na lahat they can get their degree. Kahit hindi natapos before, but they have the chance to this year.
Paju ko yan.
Yes, go ahead, brother.
But, sir,
Yes, brother Ray.
yung education din, nagbabari din siya sa culture. Sa Philippines, of course, yung natin is Philippine setting. But in citing an example dito sa Japan, iba yung kultura dito eh. Pag mga elementary, mga bata pa yung mga estudyante, naniniwala pa yan sa mga parents. Pag start na ng mga grade 5, grade 6, mas naniniwala yan sila kay teacher kaysa sa'yo. Totoo dito. Sabi ni teacher ganito. Sabi ni teacher ganito. Ang hirap. And then another din, yung experience. Kasi one year I teach English dito sa elementary school sa lugar namin. And then hindi naman ako teacher pero di ba yung principal lecturer. So yung experience sa lecturing at least magagamit din siya sa teaching profession. Kaya yun nga
Lalo na po tayong course natin ngayon is religious education. Applicable po talaga yung lecturer ka ng divine principle.
Yes.
Mas mahirap dito i-discipline yung mga bata. Hindi ka pwede magsigaw. Hindi ka pwede. Hindi mo pwede i-touch ang
Yes.
kahit kunting lang magreklamo yung bata. Mas pa ata sa Pilipinas kaysa dito sa Japan. But then one thing dito is that elementary, hindi sila masyadong nag-i-exam. They focus more on from galing pa sa nursery, tinuturuan yan sila ng mga proper etiquettes. Pag-cross ng daan, pagbaw, paglinis. Walang janitor dito sa school. Lahat naglilinis. Ganun.
Totoo pala kuya yung mga nasa YouTube, no? Na nakikita namin.
Yeah,
Yung
walang janitor dito. At saka, yung elementary, libre yung pagkain, nagluluto sa school. So, nagsiserve yan sila ng mga pagkain. Kaya they are really trained, yung mga bata dito. And honesty, number one in Japan is honesty. Because from nursery, kahit yung may pira dyan, hindi yan kukunin, o may makita kang wallet, ang teaching sa kanila is that pag may makita kang hindi sa'yo, ang first mong gawin is dalhin mo sa police station. Kaya Japan is so safe.
Yes, yes.
Ano siya?
I think in our Philippine setting, no, it is not, hindi naman natin sa minamaliit ang ating kultura. Pero, halimbawa, katulad dito sa school na pinagtuturuan ko, nagkakawalaan ng pera, nagkakawalaan ng cellphone. Before nung ako ay grade 5, nung elementary pa ako, pag nakita si teacher, tatakbo na. Tutulungan si teacher. Kahit nung hanggang high school. Pero ngayon, nakasalubong na ang teacher, I think that is general experience, no, nationwide.
Yes.
Wala lang. No, wala lang. So that means, kaya siguro sa under matatag curriculum, na-stress yung good manners and right conduct. And actually, that is part of our job. Not only as a teacher, no, na so-called na, I think, bilang divine principle follower, bilang unificationist, I think that is a part of our job na paano ma-instill yung respect. And I think that is under filial piety, no? Filial piety covers respect, not only to the parents but also to others. And I think that is one thing na we must develop. So kaya me as a head teacher, I'm thinking how to integrate those things, values, then the GMRC in every aspect of teaching. No, ma-integrate yun para makita natin. And I hope na sana one of these days you become a public school teacher para makita nyo yung katotohanan sa aking sinasabi. No? Para then kung mapunta man kayo sa eskwelahan, no? Sa eskwelahan na of course iba pag eskwelahan natin. Pero if you're talking about the other school, other public school, then makikita natin yung reality ng social interaction, no? That there's a lot of problem. I think kahit na sa bahay, kaya nga the divine principle is true that family is the school, not only school of love, but school of everything. School of good manners and right conduct, school of honesty, school of integrity, na kapag yun ay naituro sa loob ng bahay, paglabas ng bata, no, if they are going to the school, if they're going to the class, then makikita natin na iba ang breeding nila. No? If we really find that kind of knowledge, that kind of learning inside the house, inside their home.
So dapat pala Sir Rudy, in the future, bago makapasa ang isang estudyante, mag-aaral din ang mga magulang ng good manners.
Better.
Diba?
Yes.
Matawa si Kuya Roy. Diba?
Mission mo yan. Mission natin yan, Mark.
Dapat hindi mo na sila mag-asawa pag wala silang good manners.
Power.
Kaya we have really malaking responsibility
True.
natin to educate yung tribe natin, yung mga tao sa paligid natin. Kasi,
Yes. I
yeah.
think that's part of the tree blessing, di ba?
Mm.
At sa DepEd, naroon yung tree blessing rin, no? I think that is part na kasi alam ko ang divine principle, kaya I can connect yung core values ng DepEd sa principle and biblical view, yung sa tree blessing, yung maka-Diyos, makabayan, makakalikasan, at makatao. No? And those things, ang problema kasi parang, of course, hindi ko naman sa inaano yung the rest, no, of the system. I think kung merong core values, dapat ina-adapt yun talaga. Ina-adapt yun talaga yung core values. Hindi lang yung nakasabit dyan sa walls. Na core values, maka-Diyos, makatao, makakalikasan, but it should be adapted. No? Na kung paano siya ma-integrate sa lahat ng subject. Whether you are teaching math, you're teaching English, how can you integrate those values, those core values in your subject area?
Tama.
Dapat ang first day or weeks or month ng klase pala, those core values dapat i-instill talaga sa mga parents, sa mga teachers muna. And then, i-instill bago sila magturo, yun muna ang ituro sa mga estudyante. Kasi yun ang core values ng school, di ba?
Actually, Brother Roy, meron naman silang subject na EP, Edukasyong Pagpapakatao. Kapalit yun yung GMRC natin nung tayo yung nag-aaral. So they started that subject from elementary to high school. And senior high school as well, I think meron. Kaso, tama yung sabi mo, hindi talaga na-i-emphasize mabuti. So tama si Sir Rudy, na dapat ang discipline ng bata, it starts within the family, inside the home.
Pero ang term diyan, God-centered family. Kasi kung wala si God doon sa family na 'yon, wala din eh. Hindi makikita o mag-manifest yung output na 'yan. Yun talagang God-centered family. So, kung wala naman 'yan, adapt natin yung mga best practices ng other nations. Tulad nung na-mention ni Brother Roy, Japan. Yung at the young age, they will know already responsibilities. Yung sila mismo maglinis, diba? Walang mga janitor na So nagiging sila responsible o nagiging sila doon sa yung mga familiar doon sa responsibilities ng especially in the house. Kasi parang second home yung school extension ng house natin. So mas lalo nilang na with other children. Na doon yung collaboration, cooperation. Kasi very important din yan for productive society. So pangalawa yung discipline na talagang i-instill. Kasi sad to say, yung Philippines wala talagang disiplina. Ako particular ako sa yung nagtatapon ng basura.
Nakakaya talaga sa Pilipinas.
Yung basura particular ako diyan. Kahit basta wala akong makita ng basurahan, binubulsa ko yan. Talagang ko yung sa tapos pag nakita ko yung makita mo left and right. Pag may kinain, tapon. Even sa sasakyan, tapon ng Kasi ang domino effect nito, itong mga basura na to, pag nag-plug yan sa drainage, bahain naman. Tapos ang gawin naman ng pag nag-plug na hindi kayang pungkalin na naman. Tapos gastos na naman sa daan. The same thing, magtapon-tapon na naman. The same cycle. Walang So, yun ang ko, very important yung school na yung mga ganyang small na bagay, pero ang effect sa natin, environment, malaki. Malaking impact. Talagang i-emphasize yung disiplina na yan. Kasi yung outcome ng nangyayari because of that. sa life din natin kasi, yun yung magiging yung sa family, magiging stable yung family natin. Meron tayo na.
Kuya Julius, yung mga lalaki na umiihi sa daan pagka naiihi na wala ding disiplina yun.
Wala self-control.
Mga boys yun, pero ang girls hindi naman pwede.
Wala kasing sa Pilipinas, walang mga facilities yung government ng mga like public toilet. Kasi kulang sa plano yung natin, yung mga cities natin. Kasi example dito sa Japan, anywhere meron siyang public toilet, malinis, ganon, libre. Ganon. So,
Ibig sabihin, malayo pa tayo sa katotohanan ng Japan.
Ay,
Kasi realistic ng Japan. Kasi
napakalayo. Totoo lang.
very disciplined as possible.
Yes, very convenience doon.
Napakalayo. Totoo lang.
Pero kung iihi ka kasi sa puno, so you are in one with nature. So
Fertilizer. Give and take.
You're giving fertilizer to the trees.
mag-unite ka sa ano ba? United tayo ha. Ihi ako sa iyo.
Yes.
Hindi, totoo.
Okay.
Even sa basura, anywhere meron siyang basuraan. And then, sa house mismo, meron siyang araw kung ano ang araw ng tapunan,
Oras.
magtapon yung plastic, yung bottle, yung mga nasusunog, yung mga papel, yung karton. May araw-araw yan. Hindi lang kayo basta-basta tapon. Nakaseparate yan lahat. Sa bahay pa lang. So paglabas nila sa society, ganun din ang ginagawa ng mga tao. Kaya makita mo yung Japan, malinis. Pero may kumakalat din kasi ang daming foreigner na dito.
Foreigner yung mga pickpocketers doon eh.
Yung foreigner pa lang nagdadala ng basura.
Kaya kami mga Filipino, just like Sunday, yung mga blessed member, mga Filipino, mostly mga kasamahan natin, mga blessed member. Naglinis kami yung dito yung dagat. Kasi maraming basura. So every year ginagawa namin 'yan dito sa city namin. So to elevate yung image ng mga Filipino. And we are together with the city hall, schools, yung mga kasamahan namin, kaming nag-i-initiate. Kaya anywhere, kahit na dito sa Japan, blessed members, we are doing something para yung mga external activities namin, though our church is persecuted. But then, as Filipino community, na-elevate namin yung standard ng yung image ng Filipino dito sa Japan.
Brother Roy, kailan naman kaya natin yan ma-implement dito sa Pilipinas?
Okay, dahan-dahan sa tribe mo. First sa family, then sa tribe.
Sabi ni Kuya Roy, bahala kayo dyan. Nasa Japan na ako, taga-Japan na ako, bahala kayo dyan.
Anyway, one thing, no? Pero, halimbawa, sa Makati, pag pumunta ka ng Makati, strict on discipline, nagagawa naman ng mga ibang driver at ibang citizen na madisiplina. Halimbawa, katulad sa Camp Janhay, may disiplina, nagagawa nila. Sa Olongapo City, I think that is some part of, one part of Olongapo City, stricto rin, nagagawa nila. Pero pag lumabas na sila, I think it is only a matter na kailangan, sabi nga, kamay na bakal, no? We have to be strict. Na kailangan talaga implement natin yung law, lalo na if in case na we are talking about discipline, no? Discipline. Yung hindi yung pwede na.
Ibalik
kasi sinasabi, ay, wala na tayo sa Makati, pwede na. Ay, wala na tayo sa Olongapo, pwede na. No, pero pag naroon pa, bakit nga sa expressway? Di ba sa expressway? Disiplinado mga driver. sa expressway. Pero paglabas na sa ordinary way, wala na. No? Hindi na pinapractice yung traffic discipline. So I think siguro kailangan rin talaga may police na babantay na merong penalty, no? And I hope na sana pagdating sa ganon at yung darating pa in the future na kahit walang police, may disiplina.
Yeah, katulad po sa Korea, sir. Walang pulis sa sa mga kalye. Kasi disiplinado po yung mga tao.
Pero may
Yes.
mga kamera.
Pero ang
Siguro
kulang,
here in the Philippines, we need a revolutionary discipline.
ang kulang kasi consistent dapat. Kasi ninggas pugon eh. Minsan nag-enforce, minsan wala. Kaya hindi consistent, hindi nami-maintain yung ano. Saka yung mga diyan maglagay ka ng basurahan diyan sa mga streets. Kinabukasan wala na yan. Binabakan na.
And sa nakikita ko, Philippines is the #1 noise pollution. Kasi pag city, kahit na hindi kailangan magbusina, nagbubusina. Yan, dito sa Japan, ang dami-daming sasakyan pero wala kang naririnig na mayroong nagbubusina.
Yeah, uso pa nga rito yung paingayan ng motor eh.
Ang busina
Palakasan ng-
dito, in case of
Palakasan ng
emergency,
tambutso.
magbusina ka.
Tapos
Kaya-
pag inisunahan
Kaya
mo
nga,
naman,
sir,
busina
ako
din na malakas.
laging pumupuntang Manila. Kasi napaka-usok, tapos napaka-ingay. Yung mga sasakyan ang ingay.
So, what do you think? As aspiring teacher, paano kaya tayo makakatulong dyan sa disiplina na pinag-uusapan natin?
I think, sir, parang maganda talaga na i-adapt yung discipline ng Japan, yung mga bata pa. Sabi ni Brother Roy, as early as nursery hanggang grade 4, ang naka-impose sa kanila, nag-start sila hindi sa studies, kundi sa discipline na kailangang ma-mold para sa mga bata. Pero sabi nyo kasi, sir, kanina, discipline starts at home talaga.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
So,
Bali,
yes. Yes, Sister Elsie, go ahead.
actually, there is an argument kasi sa totoo lang, pagdating talaga sa Japan, iba yung kolony dyan eh. And then, kahit sabihin natin, kasi I've been in Singapore too. Alam mo, ang Singapore, very disciplined na country. Kahit magdura ka lang, kahit magtapon ka ng basura, even
300 sir.
magkain ka ng bubble gum, hinuhuli, may fine. So, ganun ka-disiplina. Kung pupunta ka ng Singapore, tapos pag uwi mo sa Pilipinas, parang ang feeling mo ay talagang undisciplined ang mga Pilipino. So, lagi natin sinasabi, sana yung discipline from Japan, disciplinary from Singapore, ma-adapt din sa Pilipino. Pero sad to say, nagiging na siya nagiging generation to generation, hindi talaga nangyayari. Kaya magagawa na lang talaga natin, ang discipline start from us, from me. Kaya malaki talaga ang role natin as a blessed family. Dito na lang pag may nakita tayong mga bata na tinatapon na lang ang mga basura, yung mga kinakain nila. So, start from that, yun na, mo na siya na huwag kang magtapon dyan, huwag pick upin mo yung mo. Kasi marami din ako nakakita na pinabayaan lang din ng mga adult. Na even,
Yes, I think so.
alam na nakakapag-cause ng baha yung mga basura, uutusan pa ng mga adult na itapon mo doon sa daan. And then maraming nagrereklamo bakit minabaha. Pero kung tutuusin, dahil din sa kagagawan ng disiplina kung saan-saan. Isa pa, ito, binabawal na magsunog ng plastic dito sa Pilipinas, magamit ng plastic, pero nagsusunog pa rin, nagagamit pa rin ng plastic. Kaya ang hirap talaga. Not like sa ibang country na may penalty. Pag nag-impose ng penalty siguro dito, malamang madisiplina yan. Dahil ang tao kasi, pag may penalty, pag nagtapon ka ng basura, talagang magpipinalty ka pag nakita ka. Yun yung nakikita ko. Yung nakikita ko sa Pilipinas. Hindi kasi siniseryoso yung mga panukala, yung mga hindi siya siniseryoso. Kaya if maano yan, matutukan ng government yan. Actually, mayroon din akong isang lugar dito sa Pilipinas na na-amaze ako, yung walang tindiro, pero I think Bataan or somewhere Batanes na
Yes,
na
Batanes.
picture nga sila na wala ang yung tindahan ay open lang, may panukli, may presyo, tapos bumibili sila, then kinukuha yung tinda, tapos yung pera mo kung magkano may sukli, susukli siya na nagkukuha ng sukli. Kaya ano yun, it's ano yun parang tradition nila doon sa ano na yun, sa lugar na yun na nakasanayan nila. Pero dito kasi sa Pilipinas, like for example, lalo na sa mga city, hindi nakasanayan. At kung may mga ini-implement man, hindi siniseryoso. Yun yung nakikita ko na pag may gusto kang i-implement, akibat niyan may penalty para magtanda siya. And then yung penalty na yun ay talagang firm ka. Firm ka na susundin mo. Kaya balik tayo sa politics. Kaya nga si ano ba tawag nito? Si Duterte. Natatakot ang tao kasi pag nag-drugs ka, patay ka. O, di ba? O di takot. Walang nag-drugs. Walang
Ibalik si Duterte.
kasi patay. Pag once na nagtutula ka, maya-maya may nasalbis na doon, may naano na doon. Which is, yun yung nakikita ko lang.
It's
So,
true. Kailangan sa may kaakibat siya na penalty. I will cite an example dito. Bakit wala masyadong accident o banggahan dito sa Japan, even though maraming sasakyan? Kasi pag makasagi ka lang ng sasakyan, ilang lapad-lapad yung babayaran mo. Pinakamababa yan, 150,000. Ganon, pinakamababa yan. Kung masira mo yung sasakyan, baka bayaran mo pa yung buong sasakyan na palitan mo ng brand new, ganon. Kaya careful yung mga driver, careful yung mga tao dahil pag may mali ka, malaking penalty. Ganon. Lalo
Yes.
na pag makabangga ka, tapos manali mo yung tao, whole life mo babayaran.
hello, Miss MJ. Ay, Ma'am MJ, di ba nasa Singapore ka? Maganda din ang ano sa Singapore. Di ba, kahit kumakain lang ng bubble gum dyan, I don't know, when I was there, kinuhuli.
Yeah.
So, kasi may penalty. Even mag-pick up, magpitas ka lang ng bulaklak sa kalsada, pag nakita ka, papipinaltihan ka. Magdura ka, may penalty. Ano pa yung mga penalty dyan? Yung
Cigarette butts.
oh.
May yeah. Cigarette butt, cigarette butts.
Oh, tsaka, sa Singapore ko naranasan walang pulis. Pero may incident, may accident. In 5 minutes, ang daming pulis na dumating. Kasi bugbog sila ng kamera, nakahidden ang kamera nila sa mga puno. Isang lang, ang bilis ng kanilang At saka wala ding hold up doon, walang nag-ransack na ano ba tawag nito, na nagnanakaw. Kasi yung ang mga building doon, pag pinasok yun, nag-alarm agad sa pulis. Pag
Mm.
pinasok nun, naka-alarm na agad, pulis na agad ang ano nun, pupuntahan ka na agad
Kasunod.
ng pulis.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ganon sila. So, kaya na-amaze ako sa ganon na, kaya walang nagnanakaw na pumupunta na may nang hold up or may, ano ba tawag doon, pasok sa building kasi ninakaw. Walang ganon kasi dyan pa lang sa doorknob, dyan pa lang sa sa pintuan, may alarm na dyan na sensor. Pag na-touch mo yan, automatic, nag-a-alarm doon sa police station. So, magugulat na lang, ang dami ng police nakapaligid sa
Meron.
ganun ang So, somehow, ma-adapt yan dito, malamang, makontrol ang ganun. Pero, parang ang layo kasi corrupt kasi ang
Malayo.
Pilipinas. Sorry.
Malayo kasi ang budget masyadong malaki. Hindi kaya sa Pilipinas. Kahit may perang Pilipinas, hindi rin ma-implement kasi nga binubulsa. From barangay hanggang itaas, taas hanggang ibaba. So, kahit maganda ang puso ng sino mang umupo, let's say presidente, bulok yung nasa ilalim, wala din. Kaya
Yes.
mahirap.
Saka
Mahirap
isa
ang
pa,
pagbabago. Kaya
sa
divine.
yes, Saka Ma'am NG, di ba, dyan sa Singapore, pag official employee ka, government employee ka, ang daming benefit, kaya di nila kailangan mag-corrupt, mangurap, di ba? Kasi from the whole family, libre ang pagsakay ng MRT, di ba? I heard that. No, ano na sila, wala na silang iisipin ang hospital, libre. Buong pamilya ng, for example, anak ka ng pulis diyan, anak ka ng
Yeah, correct.
hospital dyan. Ang benefit sa iyo, naka full package buong family mo, pati school, di ba? So ano pang ikukurap mo, nilibre na ngayon.
Unless na lang, magko-corrupt lang dito, may mga cases na nagko-corrupt. Kaso corruption sa amin napakaliit. Parang ang corruption, halimbawa, narigaluhan ka, nabigyan ka ng bakasyon, o kaya nabigyan ka ng isang candy, corruption yun. Yun ang mahirap sa amin. Talagang, kahit isang candy lang o tubig lang ang nilibre sa'yo, iko-court ka yun. Mawawalan ka ng trabaho, mawawala lahat sa'yo. Kaya,
Extortion.
Devalue
Extortion.
honor.
Oo.
Honor very important.
And I think sa Korea, China, Japan, they love their integrity and they honor more than anything else. Kaya during the war, kapag sila naging failure, nagpapakamatay sila. No? Because they love their honor. Kaya I think that is one thing na kailangan ma-instill natin na yung honor. I think nung previously, naririnig ko yan sa matatanda. Anak, iingatan mo yung pangalan natin ha. Huwag mong dudungisan. Yan lang ang yaman natin. No, nung before. Pero ngayon wala na. Wala na yung ganyang klaseng tema na kung ano man yung gawin ng anak, ano man gawin ng pamilya, wala lang. Kasi unang-una, hindi na nila mahal yung kanilang apelyido. They don't love their honor, their integrity. And I think number one yan sa Japan. I think merong kahit sa Korea, merong isang presidente na nasabihan lang na nangurap, nag-resign na.
That's true.
So,
Kahit na
I
hindi
think that is
totoo
one thing.
at hindi totoo at saka na-issue ka na, automatically yung mga dito, mga politicians, they will step down. Pag honor na ang mag-step down kaagad yan sila.
I think yan yung nawala sa atin ngayon yung habang nag-e-evolve ang Pilipinas, kumbaga, hindi naman sana minamatay yung bansa natin, parang nagiging backward. Nag-a-advance, nagde-develop, pero yung internal side, naiiwanan. Kasi part ng discipline is part of internal qualities na kailangan, wag yan maiiwanan. Pag nag-develop ang technology, dapat kasama yan nagde-develop rin na ma-develop. I think, so malaking trabaho talaga natin. Kung paano
Only-
natin yan. As a teacher,
Only,
malaking trabaho.
Ay,
kuya, sir, bali only in the Philippines nakakulong na, pwede pang kumandidato.
Yes, yes.
oh my goodness. Ano
Di
ba?
ba?
Ano
Pag
ba
nangarap,
bayan natin?
Kaya merong breast central families para baguhin ang lahi ng Pilipinas. That is our contribution. Actually, yung batas, nag-i-impose sila ng penalty every action. Kaso, that is not strictly implemented talaga. Yung consistency, wala talaga. That is why tumitigas ang ulo ng mga tao dito. Kasi hindi naman strictly implemented. Kahit na may penalty ang magbasura dyan, may penalty ang curfew, may penalty ang ganito, ganun. Pero it is not strictly implemented and consistency yung yung implementation. So the only thing na maitulong natin as Blessed Central Families, as we study this religious education, it is because we wanted to contribute something. It starts within our family na hindi na tayo makadagdag pa doon sa problema ng gobyerno natin in terms ng matitigas ng ulo ng mga bata doon sa schools or whatever sa surroundings. So tayo yung magbabago ng implementation na ganun doon sa discipline. Kasi once na nadisiplina natin yung sarili nating anak dito sa loob ng bahay, sabi ni Sir Rudy, it goes pagdating nila sa outside, that discipline ma-contribute nila talaga.
okay, one last word. Anyone?
Three minutes
So
na.
can you open your camera for our picture taking? Brother Loy, you can take also picture.
Okay, okay.
So open your camera.